Kia ora koutou katoa and welcome to the Christchurch Football Centre for coverage of this New Zealand Football National League Championship Round 4 clash between Christchurch United and Wellington Phoenix. It's a match that sees two Phoenix legends go head-to-head in the coaching dugout, with their teams both searching for their first win of what has already been a highly competitive National League Championship so far over the opening 3 rounds. Nice spring day here in Christchurch, mid to late teens, good conditions for football, and of course a top-class turf here at the Christchurch Football Centre, which both teams are going to make good use of. My name's Morgan Jarvis and I'm looking forward to commentating today's clash. It's between two teams that have an identical record over the opening 3 rounds of the National League, with an opening round loss followed by 2 draws. Home team Christchurch United were crowned Southern League champions in dramatic fashion in August, and that was their first major trophy in 24 years, and coach Paul Eiffel will be wanting his side to kickstart their National League campaign with a win on home turf today. They're missing their strong centre-back Blake Weston today after a nasty hand injury last week. In comes 19-year-old Noah Prestel for his first National League start. And for the Phoenix, Chris Greenacre's side, well, they've let slip encouraging leads over the last 2 rounds. And a few late changes to their team sheet today. They're missing talented striker Riley Bidwar and the electric Noah Karunaratne, but a big inclusion is fullback Lucas Moragas, who has started the A-League men's side's opening 2 matches, but ineligible for their A-League clash tonight with Newcastle Jets, the team he's on loan from. And they've got exciting youngsters Josh Rudland and Kalen Nguyen making their first starts of the National League Championship up front, but look, they're no strangers to the national scene. They both scored plenty of goals between them in last season's South Central Series and the season Central League. Another player to watch for them will be their captain Isaac Hughes at centre-back. He's a big presence there. He'll be wanting to make amends for conceding a last-minute penalty in last week's draw with Melville United. Plenty of talented names on that Christchurch United team sheet, and well, player to watch definitely Eddie Wilkinson up in attack. He's already notched up a couple of goals after bagging at least 20 through the winter season for Christchurch United. And a very familiar name there on the bench with the coach Paul Eiffel wearing the team kit today. We'll see if he makes an appearance. Turned 43 on Thursday, and here he is potentially getting his first minutes in the National League this season. Referee today, Calvin Berg from down in Dunedin, and assisted by Michael Love and Ralph Plink, and fourth official Caleb Downs. Calvin Berg refed last week's doozy between Birkenhead United and Auckland City that ended as a 2-all draw. Late drama with an Emiliano Tade goal there. Of course, Calvin Berg dished out a red card to Cam Howison in that match. It had a bit of everything, that clash. Like a lot of these games, there's been some fantastic matches over the opening 3 rounds. And both of these teams, despite still looking for their first win, there's been plenty of encouraging signs for them both. In fact, the Phoenix have let slip leads in the last 2 rounds. And heartbreak last week with a last-minute penalty conceded. So if they can keep their concentration over the full 90 minutes today, then the young side got to be a chance of claiming their first win. But Christchurch United will be desperate to kickstart their campaign too. So glorious conditions here at the Christchurch Football Centre. Christchurch United in their traditional all-blue kit. Phoenix in the all-yellow. And it will be the visitors who are going to get things underway here. Plenty of other National League action on this weekend, of course. I think the a clash that's just finished up saw Christchurch United's big rivals Cashmere Technical pick up a win 3-1. I think that finished up over Melville United. And at half-time in another match between Wellington Olympic and Birkenhead, Wellington Olympic 1-0 up at the break there, I believe. So we're about to get things underway here, though, with the Weenix kicking off the action and straight away sending it long downfield. Big 21 there, Noah Billingsley, former all-white for Christchurch United. He's going to be a threat down that right flank. It'll be a fascinating battle, him up against Lucas Moragas, who loves to get forward. Going to see plenty of great technical football on display here. And 18 there, Ben Wallace, who's come in for his first start of the season, a Melville Academy product out of Hamilton. Number 6 there, Dan Mackay's been really impressive in the middle of the park for the Phoenix over the opening 3 rounds. One of a number of players who, from this Phoenix side, who were part of the Aotearoa New Zealand team that won the Under-19 Oceania Football Championship just a few weeks ago. In fact, Dan Mackay picked up a couple of goals against Papua New Guinea in the quarter-final there. Phoenix missing a couple of their key players so far this season today. No Noah Karunaratne, who's been electric in attack for them. No Riley Bidwar, who's also been dangerous in attack and gotten himself on the score sheet. Nice skill there from Mika Rabuka down the left flank for Christchurch United. And well won there by Billingsley, but the Phoenix now can get a bit of composure at the back, all the way back to goalkeeper Albie Kelly-Heald and his twin brother there, Lucas Kelly-Heald. A couple of giant youngsters making their mark for the Phoenix. Good clash there with Kalen Nguyen trying to win the ball back for the Phoenix, but now it's Benji Lapsley for Christchurch. Neither team quite able to settle and string a few passes together here, but Phoenix happy to play it out from the back. Kelly-Heald gets it to Moragas. And ball won cleanly there by Jordan Spain, who's been very impressive for Christchurch United to start this campaign. Here's Josh Rudland, I think it is, turning and fouled in the middle of the park. He's only just turned 19 years old and is a non-travelling reserve for that New Zealand under-19 squad, the OFC champs. Lucas Kelly-Heald out to Moragas. Christchurch United forward Eddie Wilkinson there being praised for closing down his opponent. Ball goes long this time, but goalkeeper Scott Morris very alert to it for Christchurch. Rabuka's been heavily involved on that left flank for Christchurch United. A couple of very young teams on display here. Of course, we expect that from the Phoenix with always ball just about left a bit short, and Christchurch United getting themselves in trouble, and goalkeeper Scott Morris has taken out Rutland outside the box. Referee's taking a moment here to decide what the decision is going to be. And it's a red card, showing a straight red in just the 6th minute to Christchurch United goalkeeper. Wow. What a huge moment early on in this match. See if we can get a replay up of that, because, well, here we go. It was a poor clearance from the goalkeeper, and he tried to make amends, and there wasn't a lot of contact there, but he did appear to clip Rutland. It was a sloppy clearance first time around, and you can see the contact there. It was enough, and well, there were some other Christchurch United players around, which may have been part of the reason why referee Berg had a good think about exactly what he was going to do. But he must have decided that, well, that's a clear goal scoring opportunity that's been denied. So huge moment early on in this clash. Christchurch United do have a goalkeeper on the bench, and Edward Ashton, experienced goalkeeper as well. So of course, to bring him on, they'll have to sacrifice one of the other starters. So he wouldn't have been expecting to be on this early on in the match. His first minutes of this National League Championship. So, well, drama really. Just the 6th minute, and of course with the foul being outside the box, it's not a penalty, and it's instead a free kick opportunity for the new goalkeeper to contend with, and well, Ashton will be relieved that that went wide. But, well, that's probably thrown Coach Paul Eifel's plans out the window. Is Ashton now with a sloppy clearance. And Moragas rampaging down the left flank. It's not a bad cross, but it was a good header by young centre-back Riley Grover for Christchurch United. Well, even in the early minutes of this clash, the Phoenix were looking to dominate a lot of possession, and they're probably going to see plenty of the ball now with an extra man. Nicely cut out there by captain Matt Todd Smith in the middle of the park. He's going to be a busy man now for the remainder of this match, because there's some pretty talented technical players in the middle of the park there for the Phoenix. And what a goal! Well, it hasn't taken the Phoenix long after that red card for the home side. And what a fantastic strike there from long range. And Ashton had no chance. Travelled a long way there and thumped it in. Was that Charlie Beale maybe? So I didn't quite pick up the shirt there, but wow, what a strike. What a start to the match for the Wellington Phoenix. And they're immediately putting pressure on Christchurch United again here. But now, it's Christchurch United looking to immediately counter back in Spain, rampaging down that right flank. Couldn't quite get on the end of that one. This National League just keeps delivering the drama, doesn't it, in the action. Inside 10 minutes here at the Christchurch Football Centre, and we've had a red card and we've had a goal. Wilkinson looking to get on the end of that, but can't do so. Kelly Hill, twin brothers, combining there to clear, and now Moragas getting down the left flank, and well, no foul awarded there actually. He did seem to go down a wee bit easily under the pressure of Billingsley. Noah Prestel there in the 40 shirt, making his first start of the season, coming in for Blake Weston, who's a big loss at the back. And free kick awarded here for the home team. Lapsley there fouled. Goes short, but good pressure there from the Phoenix, but lovely turn from Todd Smith. Plays it through, and nice touch there, and it's Rebuka, and great touch, gets onto his left foot after getting it back from Wilkinson, and well, wins a corner. Good defence though to close him down. Wilkinson, the attacking danger man, swings it in dangerously. No one's going to get on the end of that one though. Tussles in the middle of the park. Rebuka gets it on to Wilkinson. All goes past Kelly Hield. Slips it across, and denied from close range. Rebuka, wow, that was a huge chance for an equaliser, but denied. And immediately, Rutland put a bit of pressure on there. Yeah, we're getting some good end-to-end action early on here. Todd Smith coming deep. So you'll have to excuse there. I think it was actually Matthew Sheridan in the 13 shirt who scored that wonderful goal for the Phoenix. So I'd initially thought it was Beale in the middle of the park, but it was Sheridan who just did such a good job from right on the halfway line, turning and running into plenty of space. But gee, had to strike it from a long way out and struck it wonderfully. Sheridan originally wasn't on my team sheet for this match, one of the late inclusions. Christchurch, once again, it's Rabuka getting involved in attack. He's looking dangerous. Moragas always eager to attack from that fullback position. He'll be gutted that he's not involved with the senior side after starting both the opening 2 matches of the season for the A-League men's team, but he's on loan from the Newcastle Jets, and I believe that's the reason why he was ineligible to play. Of course, essentially switched places with James McGarry, who went from the Phoenix to join Newcastle and started for them in their opening A-League match. But Moragas a pretty handy pickup for the Phoenix, and particularly for this National League, to have a player that's pretty experienced in the senior A-League, including having scored a couple of goals for the Newcastle Jets. Phoenix looking to send it out the flank, but Jordan Spain with a nice composed turn and does well to drive it forward. And well, goalkeeper there, Albie Kelly-Heald, was almost a little bit hesitant to come out to claim that one, with Wilkinson, who's a speedy player, looking to get on the end of it, but Phoenix keeper did enough. Albie and Lucas, twins, and the youngest players in the starting lineup, 17 and a half years of age. Moragas is certainly the most senior player, as the Phoenix at a second, and it's Ben Wallace who just nips it in past the keeper at the near post there and puts the Wellington Phoenix 2-0 ahead. Nice play there from Noylan and Wallace. Oh, look at that calm finish, just dinking it past Ashton at the near post. And what a start for the Phoenix. 2-0 up over Christchurch United, who are a man down. Wow. Chris Greenacre will be delighted with the opening 18 minutes of this match from his young side. But he'll be so determined to make sure that they keep their composure throughout the match, because they've let leads slip in a couple of games already. And now Christchurch United again through Rabuka, but nicely cut out and advantage played by Kelvin Berg, and Wellington will look to take advantage of that. It's Moragas down the left flank up against Spain, who, well, didn't get any of the ball, but concede a free kick there. great build-up play in that second Phoenix goal from Kalen Nguyen. Young attacker. I think he's come on as a sub in the opening 3 rounds, but this would be his first start. But he's already made a good impact. And a great chance from this free kick for the Phoenix. Swung in and, well, frustration there for the Phoenix because won a clean head-on goal here. But sent it well over the bar. And even here you can see, look at the yellow shirts that are looking to immediately press the home side. Spain surrounded by yellow shirts. Todd Smith, well, he's a nice composed player. He's happy to go back to Ashton. We've already seen a couple of poor clearances from Christchurch goalkeepers. Well, each of them, because if you've only just tuned in, starting goalkeeper Scott Morris sensationally saw red in just the 6th minute after a poor clearance and then taking out Wellington's Rudland. Moragas gets the ball from Mackay and looks to take on Spain again. What a good battle that is. He'll look to get onto his left foot, Willie. No, tries a clever turn. Still got the ball and gets a great cross in! And a third! Nguyen with a header from point blank range. Great work from Lucas Moragas. Look at this. Almost looked like he had turned himself into a blind corner, but got a great cross in, and there wasn't a blue shirt near Nguyen, who tucked home easily from just a few yards out. Just 21 minutes gone. And the young Phoenix, 3-0 up over Christchurch United. Still the Phoenix happy to press their opponents. Spain does well, and Wilkinson, well, he's quickly closed down. As I said before the match, both teams came into this match with an identical record over the opening 3 rounds, a loss and 2 draws. Expected it to be a pretty tight tussle today, but wow, don't think many people would have predicted this scoreline early on. And another free kick. And once again, Moragas. Mackay, who's busy in the middle of the park. Beale, who looks like he's out on that right-hand side with Sheridan in the middle of the park, and here is Beale getting it in, and it's only going to be a corner. Once again, Christchurch United having to defend. Moragas all the way across to swing it in with his left foot. Looked to put pressure on the reserve goalkeeper, Ashton, who was substituted on after that early red card to starting goalkeeper Scott Morris. Ashton does well though. Experienced goalkeeper to have, to be able to bring on off the bench, 28 years of age. But big blow for young Morris, who's still only 21, but feels like he's been around for a while. The young goalkeeper. He's already played National League football for Tasman United and Hawke's Bay United. came through as a youngster in Paul Eiffel's Wairarapa Academy. And such a reliable presence normally in goal, but yeah, early red card. It's made things difficult for his team here. And subsequently conceding 3 goals to a rampant Phoenix side. Todd Smith loses out there. Lepsley now. And the Phoenix continuing to see the majority of possession in this and enjoying the fact that they've got an extra man on the park. There's Wilkinson down that left flank and comes out. And now to Rabuka, thunders in a shot! And what a goal from Rabuka and Christchurch United. Well, they're back in the game. 3-1. What a wonderful strike. Gee, we're seeing some good goals in this match already. Billingsley laid it across, Rabuka onto that left foot and boom, top bins. Didn't leave Albie Kelly-Heald with much chance there. Great strike. Well, this game's a lot of fun. 26 minutes gone. Phoenix racing to a 3-goal lead. But Christchurch United have pulled one back. It's not going to be one-way traffic. There could be plenty more goals in this game, I reckon. What a strike that was from Rabuka, though. His first goal of this National League Championship. Scored 5 in the Southern League, and I think he picked up a goal in the Chatham Cup as well. But he's been impressive for United over the opening 3 rounds, and but that's the kind of end product that Coach Paul Eiffel will love to see and want to see more of. Ashton safe with his clearance there. Kelly-Heald with a strong header. Oh, bit of a sloppy touch there, but Billingsley recovered. So I think with goalkeeper Morris seeing red early and Christchurch United substituting on their reserve goalkeeper Edward Ashton, that's I think it was young Joe Hall who made way. Not sure I had a chance to mention him. It all happened so early in the match. Lovely turn here, and once again Moragas, he's in plenty of space. He'll look to get a cross in, and Grover's done well enough. And Matt Todd and Wilkinson look to spark a counter-attack. End-to-end action here. Comes all the way out to Noah Prestel. Big game for him with his side a man down and his first start in the National League. That's easily snapped up by Kelly-Heald. Ben Wallace, one of the goal scorers, sends it long early, and Nguyen's gotten on to the end of that pass. Prestel, but couldn't quite bring the ball under control. Wow. I think Ashton's relieved there, because it looked like Nguyen was going to be through there. Chances galore. Nguyen couldn't quite get that one under control to get a shot away. What a big chance that was to restore a 3-goal lead for the Phoenix. There's 15 there. I think Will Pearce had him 14 on my initial team card, but he's won a corner here for Christchurch United, and once again it'll be Wilkinson to take it. Can't get past the first man, and Moragas linking up with Nguyen, and look at players streaming forward. If he could have got that through. Wallace looking to race on to the through ball there, but it was cut out. Wilkinson just trying to give his team a bit of a breather here. But look at that pressure again in the middle of the park. This time it was Mackay. Great job. Just not allowing Christchurch United to string those passes together in the middle of the park. Captain there, Isaac Hughes. Heard during the week, Phoenix A-League coach Ufuk Tele speaking positively about the youngster Hughes, as Sheridan was looking to eye up another shot. Instead, a cross comes in, and there was a big chance. But Rudland just didn't make the connection he needed. He was free there and just really needed to get it on target. He'll be gutted. Big chance there to open his National League account. He had an eventful South Central series last year. Picked up a red card in his first match against Wellington Olympic, I think it was, and suspended for a couple of matches. And as we see, a tussle there with Pearce battling away with Hughes, but Phoenix do enough there. As I was saying, Rudland picked up a red card in what I think was his first match in that South Central series, but coming back from a suspension, bagged a hat-trick against Selwyn. Strike partner today, Kalen Nguyen, also picking up a couple of goals against Western Suburbs in that South Central series late last year. They scored a few goals between them in the Central League over the winter as well. Kelly Held out to Moragas, who once again is enjoying a bit of space out there, and Wallace wins a corner. See the frustration there from Christchurch United goalkeeper Ashton, as his team are just struggling to combat the pace and skill of this young Phoenix side, and they're enjoying the extra space of having an extra man out on the pitch. Comes in and United get the header, and will mean another corner for the Phoenix from the other side, and Moragas races all the way over there from the left flank to swing it in. Despite the youth of his side, there's some big targets in there to aim for. And Lucas Kelly held the centre backs, one of them, but couldn't quite get on the end of that one. Another corner. This time it's the right foot of Charlie Beale to swing it in. Scored a great goal against Auckland United, and it was a pretty good corner there, but long range effort now. Wow, not too far wide. Haven't we seen plenty of action here so far as we enter the last 10 minutes or so of this first half. Once again, Moragas, every time he gets the ball, he seems to be in 10 metres of space before he's got blue shirts coming in to close him down. He'll be gutted that he's missing out on a senior A-League chance today, but as a long-range effort comes in, but well wide of goal. But, gee, he'll be enjoying the freedom that he's getting on attack in this match, the young Phoenix fullback. Another long ball coming in here, and Rudland, well, let the ball drop and had a crack with his left foot, but couldn't quite make the connection he wanted, and Ashton again will be relieved that that was dragged wide of goal. But gee, the Phoenix, they've done a great job of stroking the ball around nicely, but when there's an opportunity for those more direct long balls, they've done a great job of it. Make life really difficult for the Christchurch United backline, who have just had to be so alert. Once again, great pressure from the Weenix, and it's only thumped clear by United. Now Spain gets it in a little bit of space, but once again, great effort from Wallace to close him down. Now it's United with the long ball coming in for Wilkinson to try and get on to, but Wellington defence does well. Todd Smith again, yellow shirts around him, and chance now, and look at the pace there from Rudland. Breaks through. Can he get a shot away on target this time? Oh, does well. And Christchurch just about get it clear. But again, it's still alive. Rudland with another chance. Oh, and I think he's just got enough to keep that one out. Oh, it's all happening. Rudland will be wondering how he hasn't gotten on the score sheet here. Good save there, but had to make a second effort to ensure it didn't go in. Edward Ashton, who, if you've only just joined us, started the match on the bench with regular keeper Scott Morrison in the lineup, but he picked up an early red card. Edward Ashton, who probably thought he was going to be able to watch the game nice and comfortably from the bench, was immediately into the action in the opening few minutes and has been kept very busy. Good tussle here, and Wilkinson showing some great pace, and gee, we've seen him score goals from these kind of positions, starting points. In the end, swung that one in a wee bit, hopefully. He was well closed down, but he's someone that the Phoenix are just going to have to keep tabs on throughout the match. Moragas again. Mackay gets it back to Moragas once again in a bit of space before Spain's there to try and close him down. Moragas takes him on once again, checks back. Still retains the ball. He's having a field day out there, isn't he? The Phoenix were able to call on a couple of the senior squad members in the opening round match against Napier City Rovers. They had Alex Paulson in goals and Ben Old, who's really made his mark at A-League level, and gee, he was fantastic in that match. So anytime they're able to call upon a senior A-League squad member, makes a bit of a difference for the Phoenix. But it's the youngsters who are all really making their mark, and once again a bit of pressure, but Ashton does well to find Spain. Todd Smith, for once, has a bit of time on the ball. Grover's ball wasn't a great one, but it wasn't well cut out by Joe Chiari, who barely mentioned because hasn't seen too much of the play from that right fullback position. Tauranga City youngster, along with Charlie Beale and Riley Bidwar. I thought Bidwar would be a big out today for the Phoenix. He is another player who made some senior appearances in the A-League last season and started this National League well, but it's missing today. But gee, the likes of, as Wilkinson wins a free kick there, the way that Caelan Nguyen and Josh Rudland have stepped in here, it's taken quickly, but it doesn't come to anything. And Phoenix immediately looking to try and spark another attack. Mackay, a really calm influence in the middle of the park. Wallace, Rudland it is that time, sorry, with a big challenge there on Billingsley. You'll have to excuse me, there were a few late changes to the Phoenix team sheet, which I've had to make a few sort of hasty changes to my notes. They've clearly got a large pool of talented players available, which is great to see. No doubt some of these players will eventually make their mark in the A-League, I'm sure of that. Oh, there's a deflection there. Grover should be able to mop it up. Oh, but only gets as far as Rutland. And he, well, tried to go past Presto, but the big young defender for Christchurch did well on his starting debut. One player I was looking forward to seeing in action here for the Phoenix was Noah Karunaratne, but as Wilkinson goes down, Pierce goes down and half-hearted appeals for a penalty, but nothing given. Yeah, Karunaratne's been really impressive for the Wellington Phoenix. Shades of a young Sarpreet Singh in the way that he plays, really, really graceful in the attacking third. So I thought, again, he would be missed today, but Phoenix 3-1 as we approach half-time here at the Christchurch Football Centre. Getting a wee bit of a breather now as the centre-backs, Kelly Heald and Isaac Hughes, play it between each other. So move forward. Christchurch content to defend quite deep here. Rudland all the way back to Kelly Heald. And Beale now tries to get it across, and Ashton mops that up to prevent another corner. Is there going to be another chance for either of these teams before the halftime break? Bristol turns on the ball under pressure from Rutland. This time Grover doesn't have anyone trying to shut him down. It allows him to get the ball through for an advancing Lapsley, I think it is, and wow, had a go at goal there with not much of an angle to work with. Wasn't too far away. Did have Pearce in a pretty good position there, just 6 yards out, but decided to take on the shot. But Paul Ifer will be pleased to at least see his team creating some chances here, despite being a man down and 2 goals down. They have at least pulled 1 goal back. As you saw, good pressure there. Lucas Kelly-Hield had plenty of passes today. Spain. Pearce dropping deep this time. Nice wee 1-2 with Billingsley before he opens up to Lapsley. Christchurch United wanting a foul there, and they eventually get one awarded by referee Calvin Berg. As I said earlier, referee Calvin Berg, well, he dished out a red card to Cam Howison last week for a bit of a studs-up challenge. Refed a couple of matches in the recent Under-19 OFC Championships, including a quarter-final between New Caledonia. As a header comes in from Spain, but easily dealt with by Kelly-Hield. Yeah, quarter-final between New Caledonia and Solomon Islands, where he dished out 10 yellow cards and a red card in that match. He's a referee who doesn't mind making his mark and controlling the game. And there's the early red card here for Scott Morris, but don't know if there would be too many complaints. As turning in space and another long-range effort about to come in. It was Wallace first, and now Beale on the ball. Oh, still has it somehow before Prestel comes across. There's appeals for handball, but I don't think Prestel knew too much about it. Phoenix really enjoying the amount of possession they're able to have in this opening half. And there is the halftime whistle. And what a half of football we've had. The visiting Wellington Phoenix side 3-1 up over Christchurch United. Crazy start to the match. And we're only 6 minutes in when the Christchurch United goalkeeper, Scott Morris, saw red after, well, his team made a bit of a mess with a couple of clearances. And just a few minutes later, here we saw Matthew Sheridan turn, found plenty of space from halfway, but what a strike it was to open the scoring. Christchurch United have certainly had their moments, and here was Wilkinson looking threatening, and Rabuka with a shot, but denied by Kelly-Hield from close range, and couldn't find the equaliser. And then Nguyen slipping through a nice ball to Ben Wallace, who stayed onside, and a nice finish there to double the lead. Lucas Moragas has been heavily involved in attack, and what a cross that was. And Nguyen nodding it home from close range to put Phoenix 3-0 up. Christchurch United got back in the game there with a wonderful strike from Mika Rabuka. Phoenix could have had more goals though. Rutland with a massive chance there, but couldn't make the connection he needed. And Another chance here from Rudlin, which Ashton had to make 2 attempts to claw it out of the goal. Phoenix could have had even more goals. But they're 3-1 up at half-time here at the Christchurch Football Centre. Don't go away, because we're not far away from the second half. So grab a cuppa, come back in front of the screen, and I'm sure we're going to see plenty more action in the second half. We'll see you soon.
At Ford, we're always looking towards the future. So while we're proud of our range of vehicles, we're even prouder of being the first company to support not only the football ferns, but the next generation. And the legends we grew up wanting to be.
We believe in supporting and nurturing our extended sporting whānau, working towards promoting a healthy group activity that kids, parents and friends love. We want everyone to feel invited. It is in our DNA. We are accessible to all. We are football in Aotearoa. We are the beautiful game, and we are proud to be the largest sporting whānau in New Zealand.
The FIFA Women's World Cup is coming to the shores of Aotearoa, New Zealand in 2023. Uniting Aotearoa, it offers an unprecedented opportunity to make our game bigger, better and bolder for everyone, especially for girls and women. Its legacy starts now. Our leverage and legacy plan will supercharge football in Aotearoa, grounded in 2 principles. Mana wahine, elevating the spirit and mana of wahine. And Tūranga Waiwai, our place of belonging, our foundation, our home. Built on 4 po or pillars. The power of opportunities, whakamana. Partnerships, mana ngātahi. Pathways, ara. And tiaki, people and places. Committed to the people and the land of Aotearoa, New Zealand, this plan leads the way by breaking barriers, paves the way for future generations, grows and strengthens the game through meaningful relationships, and creates a game for all and a place of connection. With Aotearoa united, legacy starts now.
gives the boys 100%. All the house minds too. They're really supportive of each other. He had to go and ask the manager for 60 tickets. Because everyone else has to come along. Which they don't mind, the crowd.
So who does he play for?
At the time, he had a small, very small gig for Canterbury. Yeah. So, it was a voice from the airway, the flag. But actually, there's one of them.
Actually, I know.
You know, the field, it's a photo. It's a really good vibe, Bill. Yeah, that's why he can come along today. Three of them. Be like this structure. Like you can't be sick. If your car breaks down, it doesn't matter. You'll be doing it, yeah, it doesn't matter. Because that's what you doesn't matter.
What's that for the rugby?
Yeah, just you have to be there on
You go?
sometimes there is bad luck, you know.
Go on.
Would say Canterbury play Auckland in the MPC final. So it's a small bet. I mean, it's like any professional sport. Club league in Auckland was huge. It was back in the mid to late 80s. Whereas with the series of the Warriors, no one goes home. It's the same with what else is doing now. Super Rugby's taken over. Well, it's just second tier. Absolutely done. Oh yeah, but he won't be. What they do is they have 36 straight. The game is quite strong. 32. I guess four of us will see Joe come for each one. Does that before you go out and warm up a little chance of move. And then just sit. Speak to Charlie, speak to everybody else. He loves the discipline, he loves the focus. He's going all the way. He's not just watching on TV. He goes out with him, you know. One of the guys he's running this country. It was just running. I've always could be interesting for years. It's not a compliment. I feel like Beals. He's just really enjoying the crowd's more excited about this. Oh yeah,
Yeah, so maybe.
Oh really? Hey! No. Oh, he was.
You're right. We'd lost on the Thursday. Pretty much they started and lost a couple of fights.
Yeah, there is. I mean, if you're in Canterbury playing in the air, you play French, I tend to search. Like, it's not like you play beer after the game.
And if you're leaving on games,
Like, soccer's still losing now. It's still somewhere. It's super passionate. It's like good Ireland.
and then I came over the brow and now to mud around the line over 31 lanes.
Celebrate their victory. Spiders were growing.
So I sort of tried to I looked around the corner,
It's just
They actually put down proper. No, they just go
Kia ora, welcome back to Christchurch Football Centre for coverage of this New Zealand Football National League Championship Round 4 clash between Christchurch United and Wellington Phoenix. Two teams that were winless over the opening 3 rounds, although both teams picking up a couple of draws, but would have had two teams desperate for a win today. And, well, it was an action-packed first half. And that action saw a red card for the Christchurch United goalkeeper, Scott Morrison, just the 6th minute when fouling a player outside his box. He saw red. Substitute goalkeeper Edward Ashton came on with outfield player Joe Hall making way, and the Phoenix then having the benefit of an extra man, and gee, they took full advantage, because it was only a couple of minutes later when they opened the scoring in spectacular fashion through Matthew Sheridan, scoring, well, might be his first goal of the season, and it was an absolute screamer from long range, leaving Ashton with no chance. And then just a few minutes later, Ben Wallace doubled the lead after a nice ball from Caelan Nguyen, and there were only 21 minutes gone when they had a third goal, when Nguyen headed in a Lucas Moragas cross. Christchurch United did pull one back, importantly, through Mika Rabuka on about the 25-minute mark. Plenty of chances, particularly for the Phoenix, to add to their tally over the rest of the first half, but 3-1 at the break. Nice turn here from Will Pearce. He's a clever wee player, and he's still going here. Great strength, and seeing off Sheridan. Looks up and has some support, but just left that ball to Billingsley a wee bit short, and it was easily cut out. Moragas coming forward. So the Phoenix, 2 goals to the good, a man to the good, controlling a lot of the possession, and are no doubt going to create a few more chances in this game. But their coach, Chris Greenacre, I'm sure will have been on them at the break to keep their concentration up, because we've already seen them let slip a couple of leads over the last couple of weeks. So he'll be desperate for his team to hold on to their concentration and pick up a first win of the season. Joe Chiari here. Dan Mackay in the 6th shirt for the Phoenix, so heavily involved in that deep-lying midfield role. Nice play here from Nguyen, but it does go out for a goal kick. Meanwhile, Christchurch United coach Paul Eiffel, well, he would have thought that today's match was a great chance to kickstart their season with a win, but certainly hasn't gone the way he would have liked. But it's a talented team. I'm sure they're not going to give up here, but it's the Phoenix again through Rudland, who is so busy. Swings a huge ball across past the far post. Rudland had a few chances himself in that opening half to get on the score sheet. Sheridan with a nice ball slip through to Moragas. Oh, and he tried to take on his marker again. He's been having a bit of a field day out there so far. Rabuka has scored that excellent goal to pull a goal back for the home team. Fascinating matchup with the head coaches of both sides being Wellington Phoenix legends, and Paul Eiffel and Chris Greenacre, and in fact I think in the nice pre-match program that Christchurch United put together, Paul Eiffel mentioned that Chris Greenacre was his favourite strike partner. Such an unselfish player. So no doubt, great mates, but each trying to get the better of each other today. Eiffel's actually listed on the subs bench for Christchurch United. We haven't seen him yet in the National League Championship, but you never know whether he might think that he's the man to make the difference at some point later in the second half, but it's the Phoenix again attacking down the right flank. Sheridan swings it across for Moragas, and once again keen to take on his marker. Rudland, who is always buzzing around from side to side looking for space. Mackay nice and composed again. And nice link-up play, and Christchurch just sitting a bit deep, and, well, appeals for a penalty there. I think it was Rudland went down, but nothing given. Lapsley, the left-sided defender for Christchurch United, finds Pearce, who's a very busy player. He scored a goal in the 10-0 win over Mosgiel in that final round of the Southern League that claimed the title in spectacular fashion, as Ashton is under a bit of pressure there, but just about gets away with it. Wilkinson, always one to put pressure on an opposing goalkeeper too. Yeah, Will Pearce, a goal in that big win over Mosgiel that did enough to claim the title over United's big rivals, Cashmere Technical, who of course are part of this National League Championship as well. They were the two Southern League teams to qualify, and Cashmere Technical picked up their second win of the season earlier today with a 3-1 win over Melville. Another match that just finished, Wellington Olympic knocking over Birkenhead 2-0. Birkenhead had been sitting pretty up at the top of the table as the Phoenix, straight at Ashton there. So, big result for Wellington Olympic there with their third consecutive win. It's not just the Men's National League. Of course, Women's National League is well underway as well, and it's a huge weekend for the women with the Derby double header. Canterbury United were up against their big rival Southern United this afternoon, and I think that match ended up 0-0. Those teams will face each other again in Dunedin on Monday. Remember, all of these matches being broadcast live. It's a plethora of football as the Phoenix looking to create another chance on the edge of the box. It's a nice turn by Nguyen, and shoots but straight at Ashton. Again, if you missed that opening half, Ashton started the match as a reserve goalkeeper on the bench. Probably expecting to have a bit of a picnic on the bench, but came on as early as the 6th minute when starting goalkeeper Scott Morris saw red for bringing a player down outside the box after a sloppy clearance. Christchurch United having to play the majority of this match with 10 men. Matt Todd-Smith, Christchurch United captain, had a busy match all right. Riley Grover trying to thread the ball through there to Lapsley. Encouraging signs here for United though, as they look to put a few passes together. That one goes out. Centre back Riley Grover in the 5 shirt for Christchurch United. Well, what a find he's been. He's the youngest player in their lineup at 18 years old, and I think he's played the most minutes for the side in the Southern League. And there's Phoenix with another long-range effort there, but a relieved Ashton claims it. Grover, another player that has spent time in Paul Eiffel's Wairarapa Academy as a youngster from the Nelson area originally. Rabuka dropping deep there. He's been good today and scored that great goal. Wilkinson, he'll be looking to get on the score sheet too, and look at these clever wee 1-2s. Billingsley will be wanting to get more involved as one of the senior players. He's still only 25 years old. Seems like he's been around forever. 3 caps for the All Whites back in 2018. Scored New Zealand's first ever goal at a men's under-20 World Cup back in 2015 against Myanmar. Here he is on the ball again. Very versatile player too. He almost leaves that one short as it goes out to Presto, and he's under pressure from Rutland. The Phoenix have done a great job of closing down United across the pitch, although they just seem a wee bit more content in this half to sit slightly deeper, not have quite a strong initial press, as Pearce on the ball swings it across from a tight angle. Ball may have almost stayed in play there. But no, it's a goal kick for young Albie Kelly-Heald. His brother Lucas at centre back, along with captain Isaac Hughes. Matthew Sheridan, who scored that brilliant opening goal for the Phoenix. Wilkinson does a good job there and Hughes wasn't happy about it. Throws the ball away, and for that, Galvin Berg's happy to show him a yellow card. Bit of dissent there from the young Phoenix captain, a wee bit rash. You don't really want to be giving away soft yellow cards like that when there's still plenty of time to play out and you've got guys like Rabuka and Wilkinson running at you. But here it's his opposing captain, Matt Todd-Smith, who might pick up a yellow card for that foul. And he does. So both of the captains in the book. Means that Todd Smith is just going to have to watch himself in the middle of the park, because he's been very busy with plenty of Phoenix shirts running at him. Moragas again. He's had plenty of touches throughout this match. Sheridan, who's played confidently, gets that one across, but it's well cut out by Lapsley. Pearce battles away with Beale. A couple of youngsters, not the biggest players on the pitch, but good tussle. Here's Beale again, this time gets the better of Pearce. And then Sheridan linking up with Nguyen, but he was well closed down there. Great facility we've got here at the Christchurch Football Centre. 2 full-size turfs. both teams enjoying the surface, as well as Christchurch United being familiar with it. Well, it seems to be suiting the way that the Phoenix like to play. Pierce under pressure there from Nguyen, and Beale goes all the way back for Lapsley. Kelly Hill looks to find Moragas in space down that left flank once again, and well, he's well closed down there by Spain. It will be another corner though for the Phoenix. Of course, tonight the world's going to be watching as the FIFA Women's World Cup finals draw happens at Auckland's Aotea Centre. What an event that's going to be. Chatting to some mates earlier today who aren't such big football people but are just starting to grasp how huge this Women's World Cup event is going to be. As the corner comes in, and Ashton, well, it looks like it's going to be a goal kick, but it was dangerous as it swung in towards the near post. But the likes of two-time World Cup winner Carly Lloyd, Arsenal legends Ian Wright and Gilberto Silva, American star Alexi Lalas, Cameroonian Jeremy, and, well, FIFA president Gianni Infantino, I think, as well, and a couple of Kiwis are going to be heavily involved in that as well, with snowboarding star Zoe Sadowski-Sinnott and, of course, Football Ferns legend Maya Jackman. So we're going to get a substitution here. We'll see if we can make out there. And it looks like Rudland isn't going to get a chance to get on the score sheet today, and he makes way for Sebastian Barton-Ginger, another one of this New Zealand under-19 OFC contingent. Paul Eiffel making some changes too. Looks like Joel Peterson will be coming on in the 17. And, well, Mika Rabuka scored a great goal. He's been very busy today, so he's probably earned his rest. And also Noah Billingsley coming off, making way for the number 9, Daniel McLennan. And that's great to see him getting some more game time. He's only had a few minutes of National League action so far. The Scotsman, the striker, as it swung in, and Phoenix just about get it clear. But yeah, McLennan's definitely a big goal-scoring threat. Bagged 5 Southern League goals over the winter for Christchurch United before he had a sickening injury in an English Cup clash. I understand it was a broken knee as well as stitches against Selwyn in English Cup quarter-final back in July, so great to see him back out on the pitch. And he'll look to get on the end of this one, and he's going to be a different challenge for the Phoenix defenders to have to deal with. The 30-year-old Scottish striker who most recently had been playing NPL football over in Melbourne. Sheridan and plenty of space for the Phoenix here. Swings it out to Joe Chiari, and he's got lots of space. Quite a deep block from the home side. Again, a man down. Hughes all the way back to his goalkeeper. Slip through, and Moragas just about gets on the end of that, but can't quite do so. Once again, not the same pressing intensity from the Phoenix in the second half. Probably looking to spring a bit of a counter-attack though if they can turn it over in the middle of the park. Prestel with only 19, big lump of a lad. With his first start of the season for Christchurch United. Regular centre-back Blake Weston is usually a bit of a rock for them. Picked up a nasty injury last week. His ball just about breaks here for Wilkinson, but well closed down by Kelly Heald. Both teams claiming the ball there. The referee gives a goal kick. So we're inside the last half hour of the match here. The score hasn't changed since about the 25th minute, when Mika Rabuka pulled one back for Christchurch United to make it 3-1. Hugely action-packed opening half hour of the match. Sheridan again turning in space, and lovely ball through to Beale, and well, Pearce, we'll see it out now, looks up, and nice turn by Wilkinson. Look at the pace he's got as he takes on his opponent there. Good battle that was. Wilkinson will be desperate to get on the score sheet. Ball comes all the way through to Lapsley, advancing a long way forward, and now he's having to get a long way back. Does well, and Grover now. United have got a few players forward, but it's well cut out there by Chiari to deny McLennan a chance. Grover, very composed defender despite his youth. Youngest player in the starting lineup for Christchurch United. Jordan Spain is, over the opening few rounds of the National League, has really loved marauding forward, and even getting a few goal scoring chances himself, but he's had to be a bit more restrained today with his side a man down, but he's got a good ball forward here for McLennan to get onto. He's a good target man, big striker. And Todd Smith now takes on this marker and got past Sheridan. Spain and Wallace battling it out there, and it'll be Spain to take the throw-in. Former under-17 World Cup player, and had a season with Southern United in the National League a couple of years back. Pearce swings it across, and Wilkinson just couldn't quite get the ball down. It's Christchurch United suddenly, who, despite being a man down, are controlling a lot of the possession now as the Phoenix are content just to take a bit of a breath maybe, because maybe Chris Greenacre feels there's been an element of fatigue over the last couple of weeks as they've let leads slip away from them. Prestel with a bit of a clunky touch there, and Phoenix now looking to pounce. It's a substitute. Barton Ginger is on the ball, has a few players in support. Happy to go back to Sheridan, who gets it back now. Sheridan and Mackay just playing it between each other. Get up the passing stats, eh? This is a bit more like what we saw in the first half, with a lot of possession. Wallace out to Moragas. Always looks to take on his man. Spain and Moragas have had a great battle, and Phoenix defender wins a free kick in a good position. Again, he was a late addition to the squad here for the Phoenix. Ineligible for the senior side, despite starting for them in the opening couple of rounds of the Men's A-League. Gutted to not be able to play against his parent club, Newcastle Jets, that he's on loan from, but he's really enjoying himself out here today at the Christchurch Football Centre. Plenty of players forward here for the Phoenix, and surely it's going to be Lucas Kelly held at that far post who is going to be the target here. Referee just wants to have a chat to a couple of players there as there's a bit of jostling going on inside the box. Finally, Phoenix have the chance to take the free kick. And it comes at the near post. And then, oh, a shot coming in, but blocked. Phoenix keen to just up the tempo a wee bit again here. I'm sure that one more goal for them might be the final nail in the coffin. Here they go again down the left flank. And cuts inside, shot coming in. Wow. It was Moragas again, but on his right foot that time. Home team just hanging on at the moment. 2 goals down, a man down. But not out of it yet. Not when you got the likes of Eddie Wilkinson, who's scored a couple of second half goals already in this National League Championship. He scored United's goal in the opening round loss to Birkenhead United. And he scored the equaliser last week against Auckland United. Probably should have scored against Napier as well in round 2, but had his penalty kick brilliantly saved. United now with McLennan just about getting on the end of that one. It'll be a corner for United. Be the left foot of Benji Lapsley to swing it in. The likes of McLennan and also the young defender Prestel up there, looking to get on the end of this. Swung in dangerously. Oh, just didn't quite fall for a United player there. Now here's the chance for the Phoenix to counter-attack, and it's a substitute. Barton Ginger now goes all one-on-one. Just about fell back to him. Still there. It drops for Nguyen, who was in an offside position. And that may be Barton Ginger, is it, who He's been injured in that challenge there. But that was promising play by the substitute there. 17-year-old Barton Ginger, one of the big contingent of New Zealand under-19 reps in this Phoenix side. Let's hope he's all right to get back up and back into the action. Christchurch United get the game back underway, and once again they look to feed McLennan up top. Oh, Wilkinson will be disappointed there, but just about wins it back. Could be a bit of exhaustion settling in for both teams here. Pretty warm conditions here at the Christchurch Football Centre, and it's been, well, that first half in particular, helter-skelter stuff. Hughes across to his centre-back partner. Spain cuts that one out. Pearce surrounded by, well, about 6 Phoenix shirts within a few metres of him. He did well just to get it back for his centre-back Grover. Captain Matt Todd-Smith, who is on a yellow card, along with his opposing captain, Isaac Hughes. Hughes here gets it back again. Phoenix get more players driving forward. The long ball comes in. That's a bit disappointing because that's easy for Ashton to mop up. Tries to spark an attack through Lapsley, but he can only go back. He is well shut down by Barton Ginger, who's recovered. Wilkinson, that's a bit sloppy. Nicely cut out by Beale. Moragas with a nice 1-2, gets it back, so heavily involved. Gets across into the 6-yard box, it's a pretty good one. Good pressure there from Mackay, the Phoenix midfielder. Of course, with Moragas coming in to the lineup for this match, dropping down from the A-League men's side, did mean that 18-year-old fullback Adam Supek, who has been really impressive over the last couple of weeks, scored the Phoenix's goal. Good goal it was too, against Melville United last week. Peterson couldn't quite link up with McLennan. United trying to put a bit of pressure on the Phoenix back four, but it's hard when you're a man down. Wilkinson trying to cut out the lanes, and gee, he's got bundles of energy. But the Phoenix do a nice job of retaining the ball. They're happy just to try and control the pace of this match as it winds down. 2 goals to the good after that blitzkrieg of an opening to the match. Christchurch United having their goalkeeper sent off in the opening few minutes. Saw them down to 10 men, and Phoenix pounced with 3 quick goals. Look at this nice interplay in the middle of the park. Mackay, sorry, this time, but turns it over. And Matt Todd McLennan showing that, as well as being a big guy up top, he's got a bit of pace, but whistle's gone, and maybe even won a free kick here. So Matthew Sheridan, who scored that fantastic opening goal. Wonderful strike from long range. Coming off and getting some nice applause there. I think it might be Riley Manuel coming on there. Sheridan's had a superb match for the visitors. Along with that goal, he's been really busy in the middle of the park as a substitute here for Christchurch United, and I think that was the captain, Matt Todd Smith, making way. He's been very busy throughout, picked up a yellow card. On comes Sho Matheson. As Lapsley's with a throw and was looking for the header, McLennan. Phoenix just about get it clear. Grover sends it back in. So we enter the last 10 minutes or so. Pearce brings it down. Nice turn, but couldn't quite get it under control. Phoenix coach Chris Greenacre will just be so desperate to make sure his team keep concentrating over the last 10 minutes of this to see the match out. And, well, this might not be part of what he was expecting with a big centre back. Lucas Kelly held getting forward, and then a long range effort coming in. Might get a corner out of this, I think. Despite the shot not being very well struck, the deflection will see a Phoenix corner. Riley Manuel's older brother Jackson made a handful of Phoenix A-League appearances last season, so talented family. It's Lucas Moragas again who comes across to swing in this corner. And goes towards the far post and just a bit too deep. Spain happy to see that out. Ken sent long, aiming at McLennan, and he does well and looks up. Has some support from Peterson, who just about gets past Hughes, but very tight angle. He wins a corner. That was encouraging for the home team, with a couple of substitutes combining there, and Peterson trying to open up a shot on goal. Lapsley with another corner. Once again, McLennan and Prestel are likely to be the targets. Can't get it past the near post defenders. Are we going to see a little bit of Paul Eiffel off the bench? You'd love to see it. Desperate times call for desperate measures for Christchurch United as they try and claw something out of this game. Instead, it's the Phoenix looking to see the game out by adding a fourth goal, but substitute Matheson does well there. Grover looks up, Again, goes long for McLennan and it's flicked on. And the cross comes across. Oh, well, came through to Peterson, but he was just in front of the near post, unable to open up an angle for a shot. Goalkeeper LB Kelly Held will be relieved and just trying to slow the game down a wee bit here. Impressive to see that kind of gamesmanship from a 17-year-old goalkeeper. Lapsley. Low back again. Grover will look up for McLennan, but instead they'll start again. Joe Matheson goes back again to Presto. He didn't quite get that long ball the way he wanted. He gets the ball back now from his goalkeeper, Ashton. This time, sent up long with Peterson trying to get on the end of it. Comes right across to the 6-yard box. Lapsley wasn't far away from getting on the end of that. Oh, breaks here for Barton Ginger. Oh, links up with Beale. Oh, didn't look at getting a shot away instead. Tried to square it to one of his teammates, but it was cut out. Bit of cramp here. Well, somehow after seeing 4 spectacular goals in the opening 25 minutes or so, we haven't seen any goals since then. Can we see something late on in this match? But at the moment, things are looking good for the Wellington Phoenix to pick up their first win of the National League Championship. Moraga sends it in. Beale trying to get a shot on goal. Another substitution there for the visitors, and it's 16 Fergus Gillian who comes on. Scored a couple of goals in the Central League for Waterside Karori this year, and a couple for Western Suburbs last year. United, can they spark something late on here? Phoenix do well to shut that move down. Phoenix just happy to try and wind down the clock. How much energy have the home team got? Played almost the entire match with 10 men. Mackay swings it out to his fullback. Again, can he get another good cross in? It's Instead, they're going to win another corner here. Chris Greenacre won't mind that. Take their time with it as well. Through Beale. He's been busy again today. He scored a great goal a couple of weeks back against Auckland United. Swung in and, well, Ashton does well to claim it. Can he spark something here? Goes long, McLennan screaming through the middle of the park. Wilkinson tried ever so hard throughout the game. Can he keep that one in? He does well. If anyone could keep it in, it would be him. Pearce, he's been an impressive youngster as well. Wilkinson coming back from an offside position, so doesn't try and keep that one in. As we close in on the 90-minute mark here. Long ball again, but the young Phoenix defenders have done a pretty good job of dealing with those, but Matheson does well, trying to spark something, couldn't quite link up there with McLennan. Just hasn't quite fallen the way for Christchurch United on a few occasions today. Meanwhile, everything was clicking in that first half for the Phoenix. As Beale showing heaps of energy, even as we enter referee's time here. Just again, trying to wind the clock down a bit. Gee, the ball just about spun across to Barton Ginger there, but Ashton, can he spark one last attack here? McLennan does well to link up with Lapsley, getting a long way forward. He hasn't got too much gas left in the tank though. And yeah, brought down by Barton Ginger there, and he'll pick up a yellow card for that as well. But is there time for United to claw something back from this match? At least a consolation goal. They've battled hard. They were shell-shocked early on in this match. It was such a brilliant start to the first half from the Phoenix, taking advantage of Christchurch United red card and banging in 3 quick-fire goals. Lapsley, what's he going to do here? It's not the tallest wall I've ever seen. Is he going to have a go at goal? He does get it in the mixer and, well, sort of sums things up a wee bit for Christchurch United. And Phoenix player goes down with cramp. Christchurch United will have another home game next week to try and bounce back from this and pick up their first win, and when they host Melville United next Sunday. Phoenix will host Miramar Rangers. Can they put the icing on the cake with a late goal here? Swung across Ashton, races across and just bats it away. Barton Ginger lays it back to Mackay. Oh, look at that, clever back heel. And Senton Oh, it just looked like they could have added a fourth there, but couldn't quite do so. Peterson trying to spark something late on for Christchurch. McLennan with a nice turn. And he gets free and frustrated to see it go out for a goal kick. So Chris Greenacre will be delighted that his young Phoenix side are going to collect their first three-pointer of the National League Championship here. Big win on the road coming down to Christchurch and coming away with the win. Great to see them so competitive in this National League Championship. Of course, they had an automatic spot in this National League Championship, but essentially earned their right to be there with their third place finish in the Central League. Once again, they look for another goal. Barton Ginger, he's pretty tidy on the ball. And well out to Ragus, I think that is. Oh, clever play, and just when it looked like they could have added a fourth goal, but full-time whistle goes, and what an impressive win for the Wellington Phoenix. 3-1 on the road, beating Christchurch United at the Christchurch Football Centre. All the goals coming in the first half. After an early red card for the Christchurch United goalkeeper Morris, saw them down to 10 men. You saw it was a poor clearance there from Morris, and then he brought down Rudland, and the referee had no choice there but to show a red card to the goalkeeper. Then Matthew Sheridan took advantage of the space that came with United being a man down, but still had a lot to do as he thundered in a brilliant shot there. Nguyen slipped through a great ball there for Ben Wallace. Tidy wee finish at the near post to put them 2 goals up. Lucas Moragas there swinging in across for Nguyen to nod home. Christchurch United pulled one back, and what a strike that was from Mika Rabuka. 3-1. There are only 25 minutes gone, but that's the way that the scoreline is going to finish. 3-1 to the Wellington Phoenix. Thanks for joining us today. Make sure you keep tuning in to Women's and Men's National League Championship matches being broadcast live every weekend. There's plenty of action happening. From myself, Morgan Jarvis, and the team bringing you this broadcast, thank you very much, and farewell from the Christchurch Football Centre.